The same weekend as the Yamaha SL Cup, so I decided to take part in the series.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough race, 25 laps, and I mean the whole way I was fighting with Fariz, so I had to do my best to keep cool and to stick in there. And then a bit later in the race, some other drivers caught up, and so it made it a bit more difficult. But I managed to get into the front and just keep cool and to the finish.
I'm 17 years old. I'm racing in Formula BMW Pacific with Team E-Rain. I started go-karting in year 2006. Yeah, that was my first year when I was 14 years old. But then I did go-karting for 3 years. First year I did Asian region, then for 2 years. Then on the third year I did some European racing, and I went to the Formula BMW school, and for a year. And now in 2009 I'm racing in Formula BMW Pacific.
MotoGP World Cup Program 2009 was officially launched in May to identify 2 local riders to carry the Malaysian flag at the 2009 Malaysian Motorcycle Grand Prix in October. The program was a result of collaboration between SIC, MAM, AAM, Two Wheels Motor Racing and Hong Leong Yamaha.
Because MAM is involved in developing motorsports in the country, and therefore our role was trying to look at the various program and projects and platform for Malaysian national riders to bring up to the international level. So therefore our role was to then design, plan together with our various partners, meaning Two Wheels Motor Racing, SIC, Junior GP and AAM, where we then devise a program where we basically are the coordinator of the entire program to make sure that it works and to follow through and have a end result, which is to put a Malaysian boy into the World Championship at the 125cc class for the Malaysian round.
Under the guidance of Shahrul Yuzi and Fuad Barudin, 17 selected riders, all aged between 15 to 28, went through a 3-day trial where they were evaluated on their riding skills and technique on Yamaha 125cc machines.
Today's the final selection for practical for the balance 7 boys that we have for the World Cup program. Originally there were 6, we invited 1 from the last round. So there were 7 now, and tomorrow they'll do a fitness test, and the committee will sit, I think, probably sometime later this week. We'll have 4 riders after that. The idea would be focus training individually, because so far in the first 3 tests that we've done, the bikes prepared are standard. Okay, everybody rides with that bike, so different riders will have slightly different preference in bike setup, suspension, gear ratio.
The 4 fastest, namely Ali Izlianda Ilyas, Farid Ahmad, Muhammad Zulfami Khairuddin and Muhammad Iskandar Razwan, were selected to undergo a comprehensive riding training session at Sepang International Circuit and fitness training with fitness trainer Roman Angel.
Puas hati lah. Daripada pagi tadi saya ada buat fastest time. Cuma petang je tadi ada masalah motosikal sikit.
Ujian ini saya menganggapkan ia cukup bagus sebab banyak benda yang saya boleh belajar hari ini. So saya tak ambil tekanan diri saya sendiri, menganggap training ni adalah satu tekanan. So saya ambil training ni sebagai satu study. So every training by training, so saya dapat banyak perkembangan dalam ilmu yang saya dapat.
Dengan ujian masa hari ni agak memuaskan lah daripada minggu yang lepas. Confident tu saya pun tak berani nak cakap sebab keputusan di atas jurulatih. Saya try the best untuk saya juga untuk mendapatkan wildcard ni.
The training would run for 2 months, and at the conclusions of the session, the panel of judges would decide on the final 2 riders, which would be recommended to DONA, the MotoGP worldwide holders, and FIM as the wildcard entries to compete in the 125cc class at the 2009 Malaysian Motorcycle Grand Prix.
It is a very hard job for me. I have 1 or 2 hopes in the group who are okay fit. This time is about to fulfill the program. We do a lot of cardio training. Like right now we had a cardio session. Everybody had to fulfill certain levels on the treadmill. I hope that is the riders who will be selected, because it's not only about fitness, you have to be fast as well. And unfortunately on the track this is a bit of a difference. To determine a rider who will be in October for the MotoGP sufficient fit and fast enough is quite a challenge.
Prior to GP tests, the 2 riders would be sent to Europe for further training, where they would be attached to a leading GP team, which is Onjeta Team ISPA. They would be registered for competition at one of the rounds at the Italian Championship and competing on Aprilia 125cc GP bikes.
Obviously, at the end of the day, we cannot kid ourselves that our involvement, our participation in this project is based on funding. It's based on funding, it's based on corporate sponsorship. As much as what we can get, it will depend on as much as what we can do. So the plan is there, and hopefully with the support of everyone, including the government of Malaysia, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, we hope to see this through.
Watch out for more motorsports action in our next episode. Until then, it's bye for now.